You're going to make it through this together.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Friday, more like Friday. I'm trying to stay awake. I don't know why I'm eating yet. I slept a normal, like,
Okay, so this is where you need to make sure that you are listening to me. What are the 3 steps? First step. Separate, integrate, solve. Separate, integrate, solve. This is where we cannot make assumptions anymore. Okay, so we start with exponential because you always work out the same, and it gives you the idea of separate, integrate, and solve. You can see some of the weird things. Now we talk about what if it's not going to be exponential, which just means that the starting thing is not dy dx equals k times y. Okay, that one we know will always come out to exponential. So we're going to talk about some other ones. This is going to be good. That's what I'm going to say. Okay, so let's try this guy. Oh, indeed. Probably several pages. Okay, so let's say we're going to have dy dx equals, yep, dy dx equals 4e to the x over y. So this is a differential equation. It's defined in terms of its derivative. We are going to find the general equation. We'll talk about particular in a minute. But if you remember from antiderivatives, a general equation has what in it? Has a plus c. So it should mean we're not going to find the c. Okay? Because we don't have any other information we can. But the good news is the steps are always the same. Separate, integrate, solve. What I want you to remember is that we can only separate using multiplication and division. Just make sure that you do it legally, okay? Don't start making assumptions to be like, we always did 1 over y, so I'm going to do 1 over y. Use your brain. Okay, so if we separate this, what do I need to do with the y? Correct. I have to multiply it over. So we have y dy equals, just multiply my dx over, 4e to the x dx. Okay, there's the separate. I told you 1 step because 1 step is fine for that. If it's super complex and you want to do more than 1, that's fine too. Okay, what's the next step? Integrate. Now, again, don't make assumptions and be like, we always do natural log. Use your brain. What is the integral of y?
1/2 y.
Right, I'm going to put it down here. 1/2 y squared. What's the integral of 4e to the x? Yeah, plus c. Because you got to have that plus c on that side. You guys, seriously, when you see, I'll show you sometime, I'll show you one of the AP, the rubrics for these ones. By the way, they're always, I guess not always, a lot of times they're on free responses. Literally, separate is a point. Do correct integrals is a point. Putting the plus c is a point. Like, these are crazy big point values. Now, we have to solve for y. This is now regular old algebra. What are you going to do? Go multiply by 2. Now, let's use our brain a second. We're going to multiply both sides by 2. So we have y squared is equal to, why is it just c? 2c? That 2, both of them. Yeah, 2c, whereas if you distribute it, it's still just another number. And then square root it. Now, you be careful here. The square root of this is plus or minus because you did a square root.
So do I give you plus or minus or absolute value?
If it needs it, yeah. Okay, so do you see why we talk separate, integrate, solve? Because it works the same way every time. It makes me really happy. Personally, let's do this one. Okay, you guys try this one. dy dx is equal to 2x over y squared. So while you're trying this, I'm going to tell you, we're going to spend 2 days on this. The first day we will just do the equations, unless it takes us 1 day. or less than this day. You guys are fine. And then we switch to what happens story problem wise. So there's a couple weird things that we can get into with the story problems. Still separate, integrate, and solve, but you can end up with some crazy things going on. So.
I like the scent you chose.
Me too. It covers up the nasty butt smell.
What? There's a scent?
You can't smell it? It's not wafting far enough your way yet. Yeah.
Can you have a cube root or something? Does it have to be plus minus?
No. Cube root can be positive or negative, whatever it came out to be. So you don't need plus minus.
Remember those even odd identity things? What is that called?
No, it's just because you can do a cube root of a negative number.
Yeah, and it's you multiply
Because
it 3
it's-
times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I thought we had like a fun name for it.
Nope.
I'm looking for something. Is that one of those things like you can add it or you cannot?
No.
It does.
No.
Think about it. If you multiply a negative number by itself one time, then it goes positive. If you multiply it by itself another time, then it goes back to negative.
Yikes, Mason. Okay, when you separate, so the separate step, before you integrate, what do you have for the separate step?
Y squared y equals 2x.
Okay,
In sync.
yeah, I know, amazing. Integrate this, what's the left side?
There's y cubed plus
Square plus C. I would ditch that plus C on the left side, Ashlyn, you don't need it. Okay, what are you gonna do? Times by 3, so we're gonna have y cubed equals 3x squared plus C.
I did times by 1/3.
cube root.
Cube root.
So now we're ready.
Okay, so we've got y equals cube root 3x squared plus C.
Plus or minus.
Nope. Cube root.
If it's odd, it's not, right? It's either this.
If it's odd, it's not. If it's even, it is. Correct. Okay, so let's try. I like this one. There's just we just expanded our equation vocabulary essentially. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. What do you leave?
I don't know. That's what I forget, 'cause my car's. I'm not worried about the fall off, so
I don't know what that
If you guys, if the smell starts to get too strong, let me know. I'll turn it off.
I feel like I'm feeling it. I'm okay.
What does this smell like, Remington?
I don't know how to describe it. Like cinnamony?
It is cinnamony.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
Really?
I know.
Maybe
I was just you know, like,
No, I do have a problem. I think asthma has an effect on it.
I have a sense of smell.
Like,
What's that little really good?
Like a bloodhound?
Now, not a bloodhound. They're good at smelling blood.
like a bat.
No, bats have good hearing, bro.
They have good smell.
on the record, you smell horrible.
No, they don't. They just eat little berries like this.
Hi,
They're so
do my problem, please.
Okay.
Sign of like.
Look up, man.
Avery, down here, just say do your problems. You should do your problems so then you don't do bad.
Avery, I am tired of this nonsense.
Oh, yeah. So, what's so
Okay, now we gotta integrate.
Yeah. How do you?
Inverse.
Inverse sign. Yeah.
I know, but I just know what it is.
I just divided it by
I
sign.
read it the same way.
I'm just better.
Oh, you literally read it.
It's just never not right.
Well, inverse of sign is just one over sign.
Because you're undoing the
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Wait, how do you do that? How do you?
Because you gotta separate. So what?
Think
You want me to
about
come over there?
Yeah, that's what do you do? How do you park signs over there? That's a sign.
No, it's just one.
No. That's not right. Otherwise, what's the derivative? What's the derivative of negative sign?
You're right.
Okay. When you separate, you have cosine y dy equals 1 dx. Okay? Integrate both sides. What's the integral of cosine y? Sine y. And then what's the right-hand side? X plus c. Okay? Now, I heard you guys discussing this. How do you get rid of sine? Yeah. Now, here's what I want you to say. At this point, we're not multiplying. So c doesn't do anything funky here. We're not multiplying. We're not dividing or anything. So this actually stays as sine inverse of x plus c. So sine inverse is, remember, it's not a number. So it's not, and this is all, it's doing it to the whole side. So you got to have some parentheses there. Okay. Let's try this one. I like this one a lot. Avery and Aiden, there's a problem on the board that you don't need a calculator for.
I think Avery being next to Aiden is not beneficial for him.
So is this sign, is there like a big long function that it uses to like find the number?
Like you're talking about computing wise, how does it do that?
Yeah.
Or does it just have storage in there? I don't know. That's the answer to that question. I have no idea. Okay, so let's talk about this one. There's some sneaky business here. What's missing? dy dx.
That's equivalent with y prime.
But that's equivalent to y prime. So when you see y prime, do not panic. In this case, just swap it out. It's dy dx. Now, what's the deal with this guy?
You got two variables. You can split
Oh,
the
yeah,
e.
you can split it.
You can minus the e.
So then this, we can split this. So remember the voodoo that we did the other day with the exponent rules? This is e to the x times what? E to the negative y. Now, if it was me, I would move him down. I would simplify all the things before you start separating, because then you're not dealing with a negative exponent. Okay? So if it was me, I would change this to dy dx equals e to the x over e to the y. Then separate, integrate, and solve. Please do that.
That's sneaky.
Yep. No.
I think you just need to write it.
There's a
out.
plus C.
Oh,
Plus C changes the things.
See, you would have got that.
See, you would have got it. The person who invented plus sheet, you should have made it like, what's the one that looks most plus O? That's the one that like looks the most like a number. They're pretty close. Some people see some.
Which makes it.
So, can we natural log?
Not only can you, you have to.
Okay. So can you natural log the two things separately, or do you have to do them together? Like, can I pull the x down and then
No.
the c be?
That's a great question, and no. Okay, so what's the integral of the left? E to the y. What's the integral of the right? Plus c. Okay, now Joe asked this question, and it's a good one, and this is what people want to do, so pay attention. Okay? How do you solve for y? You natural log, but because you are natural logging both sides, natural log of e to the x plus c has to stay in parentheses. That's the argument of the natural log. It doesn't split. Okay? It does not split. Just a second, David. So this is y equals natural log of e to the x plus c. Go ahead.
You said it doesn't split. You can't do the same thing that you do with the e that you, with natural law. Like
No, those are exponent rules only.
Isn't that because the exponents were like plus and minus up there? Like, are equivalent to multiplication?
Yes, yes.
I felt perfectly to her track.
So
Okay.
if we know when it's minus, we can automatically put it as divided by.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now let's talk about what if it's a particular equation. We're gonna do
Come on, dude. We got this.
We're gonna do 2 examples. I'm gonna give you homework, so it's only a half a homework, but we're gonna do it anyway. So let's say we've got y prime equals 2x square root of y, and y of 1 is equal to 9 over 4. So we know, first of all, even if it never said to you that you were finding a particular equation, we know we are because we have that coordinate point there. Okay, that's important. Now, what do you think we're going to need to do first?
Rewrite.
Rewrite.
Yeah.
To what?
dy dx.
Okay, and
make the y a 1/2.
make a y the 1/2 power. So always, you need to be rewriting into something that is usable for yourself. Now separate. Okay, why don't you separate and integrate, and then we'll stop there. Because I got a couple things that are important in here.
Oh, I remember you have to multiply by like 1 over.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to do that too.
Why do I make it the 1/2? I don't understand.
Make this
Yeah, what's the point?
square root. Do you want to deal with a square root on the bottom, or would you rather already have him as a power?
I don't know.
You want him as a power.
Oh yeah, wouldn't I have to rationalize?
You gotta send him up. Yes. Send him up.
Okay, so I have.
Should multiply by 1 over y to the 1/2, right? Because you gotta get rid of y to the 1/2. Or divide if you want to divide, it's fine. Okay, so we've got 1 over y to the 1/2 dy equals 2x dx. Okay, if I'm going to integrate this guy, I have to send him to the top. Okay, why is it not natural log?
Because it's 1/2 power.
Because it's a 1/2 power. It's not a 1. Okay, so we do, again, I'm only hitting you with the things that people do that are foolish in general, not targeted. So move him up. He's a y to the negative 1/2 dy equals 2x dx. Now go. Okay, don't finish the solve, just integrate.
What fraction are you doing that's hard?
Figure out what number is there.
Oh, Mason,
Is it not just?
isn't it?
Yeah, it's obvious already.
Okay.
I feel like I might,
Right?
no, Mason, I feel like I might be wrong.
Okay, so
I feel like I'm wrong.
what is the inside derivative of y to the negative 1/2?
2y to the 1/2.
2y to the 1/2. Listen, I'm going to tell you again. I said it to you in the last chapter, but I want you to listen to me. If you're ever not sure, shush. If you're ever not sure, or you're afraid you're going to do the derivative and not the antiderivative, just stop right here and do the derivative. This would be 1/2 times 2. That's 1. That's good. Y to the negative 1/2 because you dropped the power 1. This is the correct antiderivative because the derivative gets me back here. What's the right-hand side? X squared plus c. Now, here's what I want you to know. We're finding the particular equation. You can find the C at any point in time. So as soon as the C appears in your problem, you can find C now if you want. Okay? Or you can wait till the end. Okay, I'm going to show you both ways because it doesn't matter. Let's find it first. I'm going to find it now, and then you don't have to write the other one down. Okay, if you don't want to. So this is 2. This is y to the 1/2 equals x is 1 plus c. Now I want to remind you of something with square roots because it's 1/2 power. When you square root something, you square root the top and the bottom. So the square root of 9/4 is 3 over 2. So this is 2 times 3 over 2, which is what?
6 over 2 is 3.
Don't even do that much. If you've got a top and a bottom, they cancel, and it's just 3. I mean, you could do that much, it's fine, but you don't have to. Okay? So C is 2. Now, if you do this, you have to, wherever you stop to find the C, you have to continue that process during the whole thing. Okay, you have to put them in now. So I have 2y to the 1/2 equals x squared plus 2. So if you find, wherever you find C, if you find him in the middle of your process, he goes into the equation there. Don't wait until the end because it won't be the same. Okay, because here, what are we going to do with this? We're going to divide by 2. So if I divide by 2, then I have y to the 1/2 equals 1/2 x squared plus 1. It's no longer a C, right? Because it's not a C. It's a definite constant that does its own math. What?
You can't wait until the end, you have to.
I did not say that, did I?
She said, you can't wait till the end if you're not seeing.
Okay. What's your last step? How do you get rid of a 1/2 power? No, that is a square root. There you go. It's okay. So square both sides. So final answer is y equals 1/2 x squared plus 1 squared. Now, so look, this is where our C was. Notice that it's not 2. That's what I'm saying. You can't find C here where we said that C is equal to 2 and then leave him as C and then go all the way down because he's not absorbed all that math. Okay. What if you don't? What if you're like, I don't want to do that? Okay. So you're going to have, I'm going to divide by 2 up here. So I'm going to have y to the 1/2 equals x squared, or 1/2 x squared again. What is C divided by 2? C. What am I going to do next? Square both sides. So I have y equals 1/2 x squared plus c squared. Now I put in the other ones. Okay. So I'm going to go back and plug in my coordinate point again. So I have 9/4 equals 1/2 times 1 squared plus c squared. Square root. So square root of 9/4 is what? 3/2, because square root the top and the bottom. So 3 over 2. And then this is 1/2 times 1. Okay, so when we subtract that, what do we get for C? We get 1. Okay, now the equation should be the same, but realize that up here we get C equals 2 because we were not all the way done with all the math. And here we get C equals 1 because we're done with our equation plus 1 squared. So it does not matter. You will come up with the same answer, but how you do it, whenever you find the C, just make sure you put it into the equation at that point. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yep. Do you have a way you suggest to do it?
No. It depends. Honestly, if it looks to me like it's going to be terrible, sometimes I find the C right away. Sometimes I don't. There's no recommendation. Okay. Do you see that this math was simpler for us to do than this mess?
Yeah.
Not much simpler, but a little bit.
Yeah, depends on like no calculator or not.
Yep. Okay, so let's do one more and then I'm going to give you homework time. So let's say we have, you going to do the homework this time, Mason?
He didn't even hear you say it.
I know.
What did she say?
She said, Mason, you gotta leave the classroom right now. The office just called.
Oh no.
This is going to be a good one. And let's say that
That's not very nice.
y of 0 is equal to 1. I have no idea if we're going to be able to do the 0. No, just a second. We should be okay. I don't know. I reserve the right to be incorrect about the y of 0 equals 1.
For a second, I heard the tissue blows. I thought Miles was here, but no.
Yikes.
Me and him use all the tissues in here.
No, can't do this.
That was Miles.
Let's make this x cubed. Okay, make that x cubed.
What? Oh, that is.
No, still wrong. Just a second.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
What if we just go straight to one?
No. Make this a y. Now go. So x squared y plus xy. X squared y plus xy.
So that was perfect.
Now, here's what I want to say to you. We can only separate by using what two things? Division and multiplication, multiplication, division, whatever order, doesn't matter. It's like people are tempted to be like, well, I'm just going to subtract x, y and see what happens. You can't do that. Okay? You can't do that. So you got to create yourself a multiplication thing so that you can undo it. So what can you do?
You can multiply by dx and divide by 1.
Oh, what did you say?
xy times x plus y. Can we divide
No.
by whichever one and then split the terms? They both have y.
They both have y though, don't they?
Divide by y and then split
So you can't divide, like you can't come up and divide by y, but what you can do is this. I guess you could do that on both sides, but you can undistribute the y. That's what I'm getting at.
x too, right?
Okay, but we want the x's to all be on the right-hand side. So I don't disagree with you, Mason, but we want to be able to get the y by itself. So I'm trying to separate x's from y's. Now you can separate it, right? Because the y you can get rid of. I think though with what Aiden said he would be fine. He's dividing y as long as you do it on both sides.
Yeah.
Yes. As long as you do it on both sides, you get the same to the same place.
That's what I was
Yep. So I'm gonna multiply by 1 over y. So we've got 1 over
Is
y.
that not the same thing? Wait,
thinking. I could just feel that man out of I was going to drop it.
So you just pull it out first instead of dividing the
Yep.
whole thing and then splitting it into
Yep.
two divisions.
Yep. There's always things that like people say, and I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of doing that. Just because I don't.
Why do you use parentheses?
Technically, if you have a two-piece thing with a dx, you got to have the parentheses. That's all. Okay, so when you integrate, well, this is going to be good. Okay, when you integrate, what's the integral of the left?
Natural log, absolute value.
Absolute value of y. Okay, what's the integral of the right? Not pretty.
3 1/3 x.
1/3 x cubed plus 1/2 x squared.
Half x squared plus c.
Oh, you got rid of it.
I would say, so Remington asks, is there any time that you would say, find your C, don't find your C? I would find my C right here. I guess it doesn't matter, but I got zeros and ones and I know that's going to make life easy.
I just want to find my C.
Yeah. Okay. So natural log y is 1. X is 0. So what is C? What's the natural log of 1? 0.
Why do we know that?
You're supposed to know that.
Yeah, but I know, and I keep asking you why do we know that, and that's the only answer you get. Put it in the calculator.
You just know it.
It's just a memorizer.
It's a memorizer.
Is it because of the graph?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because every exponential function, no. Because an exponential function, every plane exponential function has the coordinate 0.01. Are you even listening to me? Every exponential function has the 0.01. A log function is the inverse of that, which means the x's and y's are switched. So natural log is going to be 1, 0. Natural log of 1 is always 0. Because any exponential function is always 0, 1, and they are inverses. Switch x, switch y. Okay, what is C? Beautiful. C is 0. This is why we find C first.
And we can't get rid of it. There's nothing.
It's 0. Okay, so natural log absolute value y equals 1/3 x cubed plus 1/2 x squared. Okay, so how do we solve? Yep, e to both. Now, remember that when we e this, that's all up in the power. It is not pretty. So we got absolute value of y equals e 1/3 x cubed plus 1/2 x squared, all to the power of. Okay, so listen, absolute value. If I plug in, so this technically, this is logic here. So this is going to be plus or minus e to the 1/3 x cubed plus 1/2 x squared. Okay, now I want you to think about this. If I plug in 0, so it always, when we're trying to determine plus or minus, it goes back to our general our coordinate point. If I plug in 0 for x, I get e to the 0 power, which is 1. Is it positive 1 or is it negative 1? It's positive 1, so this is positive. So you don't even have to write it because it's positive. If it was negative 1, then it would be a negative 1.
But it will never be plus or minus? You
No.
never have an e that's negative.
Correct. No, I could reflect the whole graph and have it upside down.
You have to have negative e.
It would have to be negative e,
Yeah.
not a negative. This is an exponential function. So let's say it's 2 to the x.
Yeah.
2 to the 0 is 1.
Yeah, but the other one, that's.
What are you talking about? No, which one?
This is natural log.
We just grabbed it on the calculator, it doesn't look like that.
Natural log of x looks just like this.
It goes through 101, not 10.
Mine does.
Coming over here
Mine goes
to
with
discuss your user error.
Pull it out.
No way.
Anyways, my question.
Natural
my
log never
question
touches
would be-
0.
Dude, I'm
So
so
since it's e to
X
0
value
and
is
1,
zero.
I can list multiple consistencies. Natural log.
I swear it was not like that like 5 seconds ago. I swear it was not like that. It moved.
What habits?
no homework.
Okay, okay. I'm glad that you lost all the time because you didn't believe me. Do you have any questions on this? Okay, I'll give you homework.
I swear it did not look like that like 5 seconds ago.
Did you maybe not change the window?
You can see the axis.
Did you change the window?
I did change the window.
Because it's all variables, you would only want to do it if it was a constant.
Yeah, well, why would the window
Oh,
matter
let's
if we were up here?
Plug it, how do you go like trace?
I don't know. I think you're gonna have to go the lower window.
You are. How could you do?
How do you do it so that you can plug in the thing?
Oh
my
Gosh.
Yes.
When you're on your calculator and you're trying to trace something, how do you, what's the menu thing?
Trace?
To get the actual number.
Oh, just a second. If you hit trace and then hit the number that you want. Okay, if you are Gold Star Club,
Thank you.
welcome. You may cross off number 2. You may cross off, I like all the rest of these though. You can cross off 5, I'll let you cross off 5. And you may cross off,
Yeah, I don't know.
you cross off 9.
You're right.
Wait.
With you.
Let me look. No, I like 9. You can cross off 8.
Oh, I
Is it Gold Star Club?
Yeah, that was Gold Star. So realize that only the top is general, the bottom is
This is not the
particular.
problem we just did.
No, it's close though.
Oh.
Yeah, you can cross over.
I think that one will turn out nicer than mine.